There you go. You should be.
Okay. Can you hear me now? No sound.
It should be coming. They should hear.
Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for coming back. Boy, internet's frustrating sometimes. Oh, you can hear me. Yay. Okay, well, I just kept working on layering up my pieces while you guys were gone, because as long as you guys weren't working together with me at the same time, I could just keep going on getting our pieces ready to go so we could build our cards when we actually got together. Hopefully everybody else will find us. Gosh. This is something else, isn't it? This new software is supposed to be better about not doing that. Oh. And this new software is supposed to stream us both on Facebook and on YouTube. I asked Bryce, please tell me we're not on Facebook also. We're not. Hi, Patrice. Welcome back. Hi, Sharon, Alice, Betty. Hopefully the others find us too. Darn it. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Well, we'll give the others a minute to see if they can find us too. We lost so many people. We really had a nice group too. I hope we get them back. What did we miss? Nothing. I just sat here and continued layering my pieces. I was talking along until I realized that you couldn't see or hear me. I found myself talking to myself, which is not an unusual occurrence. I talk to myself all the time. My family gives me a hard time about it. I tell them it's the only intelligent conversation I get around here. Oh, gosh. Gosh. Well, we have 4 or 5 of our people back. Darn it. Do we have a counter on here to tell us how many people we have back? I can't see it anymore. Is it on your screen?
No, this doesn't have a counter. Let's see if I can go to YouTube on the other side. So 6 are watching.
Okay.
It's now 7.
Well, hopefully everybody finds their way back to us. I'm so sorry, guys. We try.
9. Oops.
We're just hanging out here for a minute. I'm just continuing to layer up pieces while we see if we've got... Oh, there's Samantha. Hi.
UK.
Welcome. I think Samantha missed round 1, so that's good. You missed out on the technical challenges, so Samantha, just get in on the good part. There's Wanda back. Okay. Thank you, Wanda. You're so sweet. Oh, gosh. You know, you never romper room. There's Michelle. Hello. Welcome back. Thank you guys for coming back. Okay, good. Thank you. And hopefully our connection will be nice to us and we will... Diane's doing a 12. What's your 12, Diane? Up to 10. Oh, counting. I see. I thought you were telling me you were doing a number 12. There's no telling what that would be. Okay, people watching. Okay, we were way up there before we lost everybody, but we'll get back. Darn, darn, darn. Well, I'm glad you guys are all here anyway. Thank you. We'll continue our party. We'll continue our craft party now. I actually have almost all the images layered, so we'll be able to just make our cards now. Number 12, internet issues. I got it. Yeah, there we go. Oh, this used to happen all the time, remember? We've gotten better and better, but you know, stuff still happens when you're on the computer. It just happens. So while you were gone, I started layering up my pieces. I got just one left to layer here. Let me go ahead and do that, and then we'll be all done with that. We can just make our cards. And maybe a few of our people who got frustrated might come back. Find us. Hope they're not just sitting over there looking at a dead screen.
That string ended, so.
Okay. Thank you guys for finding your way back to us. So you guys are starting to get, I was trying to find out about the live stream Work Along Class Kit. Found them in the store and was told in the newsletter, tells us where they are, but I can't get the newsletter. Okay, let's talk about Work Along Class Kits. We try, in fact, I'm trying to be better about it this year. We try to get your kits for these classes that we're working on here done in time, Wanda, so that you can get your kit, and while I'm doing things here, we all work together. That's the whole concept of the Work Along Class Kits. You definitely want to do that if you're doing the bow class. You really, really need to do that live so that we can work together. I mean, you can do it with the video later, but it's really nice if you can do that live and give me feedback, and I can help you if you're having challenges, and go back and do one again if you need it, that kind of thing. But the idea is to be able to have your kits to you in time for you to be able to watch the video and do the class, do it live. So that's the concept behind our Work Along Class Kits. Did I answer your question? So you see the schedule here on YouTube, and then in that folder in our store for Work Along Class Kits, that's where you actually buy the kit. And then we try to get those kits right out to you so that... Welcome back, Brenda. It was a game and you found us. Congratulations. I feel like I need to also send you guys all winners gifts or something, The schedule, Wanda, is in two places. One, it is on the homepage of YouTube. You will see, if you scroll down when you come into our homepage, it's Simply Special. You've got that little video playing at the top. And then if you scroll down the page a little bit, you will see where the classes are scheduled down there. That gives you a lot of trouble. I'm sorry, Andrea, but I'm glad you found us. I'm glad you found us. You didn't miss a thing. You didn't miss a thing because I am still layering stuff up. I was just layering stuff up, waiting for you guys to get back, and I'm just finishing that. And then we'll put all our kits together, so you didn't miss anything.
Tell them again.
Okay, so can you guys see this? They can see this screen now? Okay, so when you come into our home page, and at YouTube. You come into this page, and then when you slide down, right there, stop. The second row is upcoming live streams, and that will tell you what's coming up. And just an extra little hint, if you set a reminder right here, it will set the reminder in your own time zone. So I have my things scheduled for Pacific time, but if you set a reminder here, it will schedule your reminder in your time zone so that you'll be able to see when that's coming up. And these are the next few classes we have. So, what do we have going on the week before that? Why is that clear on the 20th?
I don't know. That's where you put it.
Okay, I have to look and see what else is happening. I think when we copied things, we didn't get them all, maybe. Anyway, we'll take care of that. But this is the upcoming schedule of things to be aware of, and that's how you know which videos are going to be operating and what you might want to get your kits for.
I don't know if I did that right.
Oh, did we?
Well, it said it was showing them.
Did you guys actually? Bryce was trying to show you a new feature. Did you actually see the window come up to see the schedule? Do you see the schedule there live on the home page? There we go. Okay. That's one of the things this new software is supposed to be able to do, is it's supposed to be able to take us out and show us where we can see the classes. You know, we can do things like this where we can point to something, and YouTube we can point to where you get the kits in the store, that kind of thing. So once you know what's scheduled in YouTube, flip on over to the store, honey. Then you can go into the store and actually purchase your class kits from there.
You're thinking I can do this.
Well, you showed me you could do this. I recall you showed me. Okay. Maybe we should just make some cards.
Oh,
I've started
do
it
now.
now.
I'm going to.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're showing the store. Is there anything particular on the store you want to show them?
Yes, when you go to the store, go to the second category down, which is live stream work along class kits. And this will show you what's upcoming, what's new, and out there and available for you to take advantage of. So these are some of the most recent card kits that we've done, plus upcoming classes. And this is where you actually get them. Drop them in your shopping cart, and you're set and ready to go. Okay, let's go back. All right, let's build some cards. Shall we? Let's do that. Can you put the dates here too so we know when the class is? Yes. I've been asked that before, and I just have to start having the discipline to go back in and change them and put the dates in. Yes. And Wanda, you said you're not getting the newsletter. Are you having problems getting the newsletter, or? Because that's the other place you get it, is the schedules published in the newsletter. Okay, I'm going to make something Doggone it. I'm definitely going to do it. First, we should probably see how this all lays out on the cardstock. So let's see here. We have this one and this one. Is that what I did? Yes. Yes. That's what I did. I did this one and this one and this one. Yeah, that's how that goes. So this is how this lays out on your cardstock. Can't seem to get it. Would you make, well, let me make a note of your name, Wanda, and let me look at it and see if I can figure it out. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. Someone's going to email me. Okay, Wanda, Y-A-G-L-A. And Wanda, will you email me at info, I-N-F-O, at simplyspecialcrafts.com, so I have your email address to check it? Don't put it in here because you don't want your private information in here. Mine's public anyway, so I don't mind putting mine here. But don't put your email here. Just email me a message and I will check and see if I can figure out what's going on. Okay, so this is how your cards lay out on your cardstock, guys. We're going to get all three out of our cardstock. We're going to take one A6 right off of this corner. We're going to take our 5x7 off of this corner, and we're going to take our other A6 here. We can accomplish that because I have a purple layer and a gold layer, making the need for the cardstock piece smaller. Okay. Too late, I already put it here. Don't know what that means. Okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this started. I'm going to get my A6 cardstock. I'm going to get one of my A6 pieces of Miri board. And I'm going to put down 3 rows of tape. Okay, put down 3 rows of tape. Now, just the fact that the classes have already finished doesn't mean you can't get those work-along card kits. You can also order those kits after the fact and then go back and do the kit with the video. Lots and lots of people do that, and that works out well too. But it's fun to live stream and work together too. So, but you can definitely go in and get those kits. In fact, we have quite a few kits. It's surprising. We have 2 tabs that have kits on them. We have the live stream tab, and then right under the live stream tab is prior class kits. And we have some really good class kits from prior videos out there. And sometimes they sold out before people got to them. And so we sometimes remake them and put more up. One of those, hi Roberta, thank you for coming back, babe. One of those that sold out and people were still wanting it was the snowman kit. And we were able to get enough supplies to put together. Sharon, yeah, thank you guys for coming back. I'm so glad to see you. Look, we're gradually getting our numbers back. Yay, us. Thank you guys for your patience. Doggone it, technology can just be a real pain sometimes. Okay, so yes, we have the snowman kits out there. I think we still have some of the napkin kits out there, which were hugely popular. So take a look at that file for the prior class kits. If you didn't get it and wanted it, or you loved it and want to do it again, we still have some more of those out there. I've covered my A6 card, which is 5 7/8 by 4 1/8. And now I'm going to cut my cardstock to go on top of that mirror board. I want to leave a little margin around it, so I'm going to cut my width to 3 7/8. And I'm going to cut my length to 5 7/8. So I'm going to go to 5, that's not right, 5 5/8. There we go. Helps if you measure correctly. And I'm going to pop this right on here, and it's going to look terrific there because it's just right. Get that little narrow border in there. I'm going to use my tape flags to put that on. Hello, welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Me and my naughty kitty are back. I'm so glad you guys found your way back to us. Bless your hearts. You know, you guys deserve special accolades just for searching us down. I feel like it's a game of tag. You're it. You can watch if you can find us. Oh my gosh. Well,
secret garden.
We do our best. We do our bestest, guys. Okay, I'm using my tape flags. I put one piece of tape under each side with the little wings out. Then I center my card right where I want it, and then I pull the tape out. Card 1 is done. We finished 1 by George. Let's do card 2, shall we? Hi, Michelle. Hi, Kim. Oh, you missed all the drama. I'm so glad you missed it, but I'm glad you're here now. Okay. Let's go ahead and get a 5x7 card. We're going to cover that 5x7 in some mirror boards. So we're going to grab our 5x7. We're going to keep you on your toes. That's right. Got to keep you on your toes. Thank you guys for coming back. We're going to put down our 3 rows of tape on our card face. I'm going to right around your birthday. When's your birthday, Roberta? What day? No, you didn't miss much. You missed technical difficulties, Kim, so you came in at the perfect time. We just started building our cards. You didn't miss much. I was just layering up the toppers while I was waiting for the internet to behave and for people to come back and see us again because we lost everybody. So it was a good day to take hubby's car to the shop. What date's your birthday, Roberta? Oh, that sounds fun. Want to get on Skype and make cards together? You're on the 17th. Hubby's on the 19th. I'm on the 22nd. And Bryce is on the 25th. February's a good month. A good month for sure. Debbie, can you explain more about how I would use the Brits Bargain Hunkydory paper? I know you said inking, stamping. Will it take ink from a laser printer? Will it take ink from a laser printer is a good question. I'm going to say it depends on the printer. Yes, I would think it will take the ink from the printer. The question is, will it feed through properly on a laser printer? The reason I cleared that and the reason that I could not use that for my printing project is that my printers here in the shop are all duplex printers. They want to print on side 1 and side 2. And whether or not I'm intending to print on side 2, it has to feed through a feeder inside the printer that feeds the print through, and then it comes up around a corner and comes back. And the problem is that this cardstock is heavy enough that it won't make the corner. So if you do if you're operating in a printer that is not trying to duplex and print on both sides of the paper, you might get by with 300 GSM. Otherwise, I would say you might be better off with 250 GSM. That doesn't mean this cardstock's not going to be perfectly valuable. In fact, I think this cardstock that you guys just bought, and you guys bought it out in 2 days, I got to say. Good job, guys. You saved me from the wrath of Brittany. This cardstock is perfect for making boxes. It's nice and heavy for that. It's perfect for making card bases. You can make your own European A6. You can make your own 5x7 paper out of it. So it's perfect for making your card bases. It's perfect for making those specialty card bases like so many of you like to do. It is perfect for, what was I going to say? I had it in my head. Huh?
Die cutting.
For die cutting, it will be really good for die cutting, especially for dies that are not super duper intricate. You can try it with your intricate dies, but I would say your basic dies is going to do really well with. And then it just depends on the die. I bet a tattered lace die would still cut it really nice. It's also good for, the fun folds. It will be great for foldable cards. It will also be great, really, really good for stamping, which is what it's actually made for. But stamping, inking techniques, a lot of the stuff we've done in our Thursday night classes. So I'm sorry you missed it, Andrea. It really was a good deal on the paper. But you guys bought it out. 48 packs in
48 hours.
Not even 48 hours. It went fast. So I guess it was a really good deal. Okay, I've got my 5x7 card covered. And now I'm going to cut myself a piece of paper that is going to be, I'm going to go to 4 3/4 by 6 3/4 for my layering piece. And that's a little tighter than I want, so I'm going to take it down just 1/8 more on each one of those dimensions. So I'm going to go to 4 5/8 by 6 5/8, just because that was a little tighter than I wanted it to be. That's better. That looks good. Now I'm going to cut down my cardstock to go on top of that. And I did I'll rub it in, guys. Oh, we're not trying to be mean. We're not trying to be mean. Okay, 4 5/8. So I'm going to make this one 4 3/8. By 6 3/8. Turn it around so I keep my pretty border at the bottom. And let's see how this looks on top of the purple. So I just got to test all my layers here and see if I like the way they look. Ooh, and I like the way they look. That looks good. I like that just a little bit of purple on there. The purple looks like it might be a little unstraight. Let me check that. That's because it is a little bit unstraight. How'd I do that? That side looks good. 4 5/8. That looks good from that side. No, it doesn't. It actually looks fine. Did I put this one real quick? Oh, that's what I did. I got it just a little bit off there. I knew I did something. It didn't look right when I layered it. Okay. Yeah, I'm not old enough to get the vaccine yet either, Alice. I'm just staying home and staying safe. Pretty soon, we should all be able to get it. Okay. Alrighty. I'm going to go ahead and layer these up. I'm going to use my tape flags to do that. So I'm going to put, actually I don't have to. I can use glue on this one if I want to. At least I could if I hadn't left my glue bottle open. It's going to run for me anyway. I'm going to glue this one. And I'll use tape flags on my next one over the mirror board because we all know that glue doesn't hold as well to Mary. Okay. So that looks good. Now I'm going to put some tape flags on this one. Oh, I definitely want the vaccine when it comes out. I want to be able to go places and do things again. And I'm looking forward to a time when I can do that. But I don't feel safe doing it now. So I just stay home all the time. Stay home. It depends on how old you have to be to get it. Well, it depends on your state and their schedules. I think you can look at the health department for your state and probably tell when you are scheduled in your state. Okay, I'm using my tape flags. I got my tape hanging out the sides so I can see that I'm getting everything centered the way I want it. What I do, I put my hand down firmly and I pull the tape flags out. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put this topper on this card we just created, and card number 2 will be finished. Oh, I'm glad you got a negative test, Kim. That was scary. Okay. Hi, Rosalie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I was kind of worried about what they were saying about the long lines to get the shot and whether I would physically be able to be up to being in long lines. But Bryce was telling me that most of the places here in Oregon, they have drive-through clinics that we can just sit in our car until it's our turn. So that's good. I will be right there to get mine too. Okay. Next, we're going to make another one of those with the 3 layers using our purple paper. So I'm going to, this time I actually covered my card with my purple first. So let me do that. And then we will put our gold on top of this, just for a little change of pace. I flipped them. Oh, I'm glad everybody found their way back. Yeah, I was worried about that, but Bryce was telling me there's places here in Oregon that we can whip right in and sit in our car. So that I feel good about. The standing and lying, man, I can't do that. I physically just cannot do it. That's good. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I've put my tape down on my card. I've laid my purple cardstock on top, and I'm trimming up my card. Now I'm going to cut my mirror board to go on top of that. So my card is 4 1/8, so I want 3 7/8 wide. My card is 5 7/8 long, so I want 5 5/8 long on my mirror board. And that looks good. Next, I'm going to cut I don't have a walker, and I've resisted the notion of getting one, but there's times it would be helpful. Okay, I'm cutting my cardstock down one more level. We went to 5 5/8 last time. I'm going to 5 3/8 this time. And here we go. We got our 3 layers cut. Let's see how that's going to look with our flowers on it. It's perfection. Looks good. Go ahead and I can glue on the back of this Mary if I want to. You don't want to glue to the face of it because things don't stick well. But I'm going to go ahead and use my tape for the reasons we've talked about before, and that is that Mary is so reflective that when you put a bead of glue behind it, unless you rub it out good and level that down, it can show the glue line. So it's easier and better a lot of times just to tape your Mary than it is to glue it. Okay. And remember, Hunkydory says we're going to get 1 card from this kit. We'll recap here in a minute as we put our liners in. We're going to get 3 beautiful cards from this kit. Hi, Karen. Welcome, friend. Mary R. I know, Mary, you are so right. There's nothing wrong with assistive devices that allow us greater independence. You are so right. But there's also that pride factor, you know, when you first have to make that decision. And yeah, you are so right. I mean, your statement is spot on, my friend. It's just the admitting, you know. I was at my doctor's office and my doctor recommended a handicap parking permit for me to allow me to get around. And this was before COVID and when I still went out some. And that was really hard for me to accept, and yet I did it, and it was so much better. You know, I found myself more willing to go because I didn't have to have a painful hike in from wherever, because my knees are so bad. I have literally no cartilage at all in my knees. And yeah, so it was really hard for me to do that too. But yeah, I see that in my future. It's just going to take me a while to get there. One of these days I have to go and have knee replacement surgery, but it can take me a while to get there too. My doctor already told me the last time I was in there that it was a matter of time, and they're worse now than they were then. So it will be the case one of these days, but I'm not in any hurry to do anything medical in the age of COVID. If I'd get out there in our therapy pool and work every day, I would be in a lot better stead. On this last one, we've got our purple layer down. Our purple layer just covered our card. Then our mirror board was 5 5/8 by 3 7/8. And 5 5/8, yeah, by 3 7/8. And then we did the 5 3/8 long cardstock by 3 3/8 wide. Now I just put some foam squares on the top of my layered piece, and I'm going to put it on. And we have 3 beautiful cards where Hunkydory said we would get one. Let's get our cards back out here and quickly put a liner in those. So I need my liner sheet here. And our first set will be done. We have 30 people on now. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Thank you guys for finding your way back to us after our technical difficulties. I'm so happy you're here. Okay, I'm going to put my big liner in my largest card. Now when I put my liner in, I usually put just one row of tape right under the fold line closest to me. And then I drop my liner in, rub it down into the tape, close my card, and trim around it. And that is the easiest way I know of to line a card. It's quick and easy, easy, easy. Okay, so that one's done. Look how beautiful.
Oops, sorry.
Look how beautiful this looks. Isn't that pretty? Okay, we're going to take this one and we're going to line both of these other cards. Have to grab the one I already lined. There we go. All right. Gonna run a line down here. Hi, Sadie. Welcome. Welcome, welcome.
I wanted to ask if this kit is in the store.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is for sure. It's called Spring to Fall because the retro flowers look a little fallish to me. They don't have to be for fall, but they did look a little fallish to me. And these were just the epitome of springtime. So I called it Spring to Fall. And I'm going to put this liner in this one. Now, we have a couple border pieces we did not use. If you wanted to use those inside here, you could use those to just kind of line your insert if you wanted to, or you could save them for a different project. Either way, I love these tulips. I just think these tulips, they just make you happy. They just, maybe it's me, but tulips make me happy. I like them outside. I like to
pronounce it. But did you say hello to Rosalie?
Rosalie, yes, did I? Hi, Rosalie. Did I say hello? I'm not sure I did, so I'll say it again. Hello. Okay, we have 3 cards done and lined. We've got that pretty, I don't know if you can even see it because it's very soft, but a soft green liner. It's like the background in our cards, in 2 of our cards, and we have the beautiful tulips in the larger card. We're all done with 3 of them. Let's move on. Clean up a few of my scraps here. Let's move on and let's put together our fall cards. Now, while we were having our technical difficulties and while I was waiting for everybody to come back, we got these all layered up. Let's take a look at how this lays out on our cardstock first. And let's see. So I put this one here. I put this one here. And I put this one here. And we could get away with that because once again, we have lots of layers. And because of the layers, we can stretch this cardstock a little further because we don't have to have the cardstock the full size of the card. So let's go ahead and get started here. I think we'll start with this one. I just found a piece I did not attach. Well, let's attach that. These are very bright and colorful, aren't they? You know, when I saw these in the package, I have to admit, I didn't love them when I saw them in the package because they were they seemed to me to be very dark. But when you brighten them up with bright colors of cardstock and add the mirror board, they show differently than they did in the package. So I'm going to find a 5x7 card here in my stack of supplies. One of the nice things, if you haven't purchased our kits in the past, guys, one of the things that you will enjoy is that the cardstock, the card bases we put in your kits are 300 GSM, which means that they're roughly twice the weight of most of the card bases we buy in the United States. And yeah, it does scream fall, doesn't it, Karen? They're a lot heavier and they just say quality when you touch them. They're just really, really nice. Okay, I'm going to pop my tape off of here. I'm going to line up my mirror board, with the only side I worry too much about really lining up is the side that's got the fold. If I'm off a little bit on any other side, I can just trim my card down a little bit. But if you match up on the fold side, you're going to be in good shape. If you mess up on the fold side, all is not lost. Then you use a border or a sticker or something to kind of bring it back. But it's way better if you can make sure that you just get on that fold to begin with. So take your time and match your fold, and then you don't have any troubles to contend with. Okay, so I've got my nicely covered card, and for my first card, which is going to be this one, that's all I've done is just put my mirror board down, and I've cut my card to size, and I've put my label on. So let's do that.
Karen has a comment.
Karen, my mirror board bends or bows. Anybody else have that problem? Do you live where there's a lot where it's really dry, Karen? I have heard that the mirror board bends and bows in really, really warm temperatures. It should flatten out just fine when you're using it. Just make sure you're using plenty of tape under it. It should be fine. But if you have a lot of heat, mirror board will do that a little bit. You'll notice it never does that here in Oregon, because here in Oregon, it's damp all the time. Brenda, I think it's you and I that talked about that before, wasn't it? That you were having challenges with your mirror board, but you don't have any challenges actually using it, do you? I don't think it just wasn't as pretty as you thought it should be. Now, I want to check something here. It's 1 inch. That gives me about 1 inch too. I was just looking to see whether I might want to trim a little off my border in order to keep my pattern centered, but I think it's going to be pretty good. I may take just a tad off this side and get a little wider border, just so my two sides are really nice and even. Which means I'll take a little bit extra off of this one too. Let's see how this looks. I think I might have to take a little bit more. Excuse me. Goodness. Little sneeze there. Yeah, if you're using heavier cardstock, it's not an issue, but with lightweight cardstock, you can see why that might be a bit of an issue. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I like those borders a lot. That looks great. Okay, so I took just a little bit extra in case you missed that. I cut this at 4 3/4 inches, and then I came in and I took just a little bit extra off of the outside border, just to make these two sides match up a little bit more. And that meant I took just a little bit off the top and bottom too. But you can see I end up with a really nice border around there. Did Teddy get to show off his new do? We did on what date? On last Saturday. No? When did we do it? I sent him I sent you a picture in the newsletter of Teddy's new do. But wasn't he on here? He was on here with What's New Wednesday. That's when he was on. Yeah. He was on for What's New Wednesday. We're going to start live streaming What's New Wednesdays at 5 o'clock on Wednesdays. Those broadcasts will normally run about 30 minutes, maybe 45. For the first one, we went an hour because it was kind of our premiere and I felt like I needed to do it. But we'll run about 30 minutes to 45. So if you want to tune in and see that live, it will be at 5 p.m. on Pacific time on Wednesdays. And that way you can ask questions and make comments on the new stuff. Tell us what you like. Tell us what you wish we had. Just give us some live feedback, which is fun. So it's Pacific time, which means for Eastern time, it would be 3 hours later. It'll be 8 p.m., but we'll be done by 8:30. So 8:30 your time, or 8:45 maybe. We're not going to run an hour every week, but we surely won't run more than an hour.
Kathy Girl just joined.
Hi, Kathy. Welcome, welcome. Okay, I popped out my saying. I'm going to put a few foam squares on the back. We'll get those scheduled on YouTube too. I hadn't done it yet because this was kind of like our trial week. But we'll get those scheduled on out into the future. It was fun. It was fun to kind of get some feedback on the products as we went. Of course, I was answering questions and I corrected myself on one. Somebody asked me how many cards will the colored dot and do kit make, and I said 3. And then when I was putting them away, I realized it was 4. So I wrote a little comment down below and corrected myself. So I hope you saw that correction. Oops. One more chance for me to stick my foot in my mouth. One more weekly opportunity. All right. Here we go. That's quick and it's simple, but isn't it pretty? That sounds like a good trade-off. I'd be watching cowboy movies. You watching this? That's a pretty good trade-off. Okay, let's line this while we have it here, and this is our biggest card, so I'll probably put the liner in that way. Alrighty. Let's see. I do think I have some samples for upcoming classes here.
That file.
Okay. And for those of you who didn't tune in right off, let me just tell you that the bow makers are now up. The bow maker class is up. It's $30. It includes lots of ribbon in different styles that we'll tie together. It includes the mini and midi bow makers. It includes a little kit of materials to make some bow pins. It includes the components to make a card. And it is going to be really, really fun. We're going to do it on a Saturday because I want everybody possible to be able to attend that one. Even if you have the other bow maker, I'm going to recommend you get this one because we're going to do things with this we've never done before with the other one. And I'm going to teach you how to use the bow maker to do multiple ribbons. And I'm going to teach you how to use the bow maker to do the loops in different sizes. We're going to use baker's twine and some other things. It's going to be great fun. Really fun. So,
wanted to ask if you're going to get the beach theme live stream kit back.
The beach scene. Look and see. There were, I think there might be 1 or 2 in there. Take a look, Wanda, because after they sold out, we located one or two of them. Unless they've sold out, they think they might still be there. Bryce is just looking here. Are they seeing this?
No, they're
Okay.
not seeing this. Just
It's confusing for me to know what they do and don't see. He's looking for you right now.
isn't that it?
Yeah, no, that's the live stream add-on.
Oh,
Keep going. There it is. There it is. Go down. Does it have an ad? Nope, it's sold out.
sold out.
Bummer. I don't have everything I need to make the kit from scratch, Wanda, but the supplies list for that class is inside that sold out listing. And there is a tab down in occasions and themes. Look down the left-hand side of your screen to themes and occasions, and there's one there for ocean and beach scenes. We have a bunch of similar materials that you could put together your own kit by taking a look in that category. Okay? Try that. If you have trouble finding it, email me and I will help you. Okay, let's see. We got 2 cards left to make, guys. These 2, one of them's on 5x7, and it is using this beautiful, absolutely gorgeous pearl paper. So let's get this 5x7 card out here, and we're going to cover this card in this beautiful pearl paper. I don't know if you can see how glossy this is on your screen, but it's got a beautiful shimmer to it. It's kind of a brick red shimmer paper. It's beautiful. So we're going to cover it in shimmer paper first. I love the way these play together. Look at these colors together. Isn't that yummy? I love that. To me, that's half the fun, is finding the supplies for you and things that all coordinate pretty to make something fun and put a little addition into your kits. I enjoy doing that. I enjoy looking at the toppers and saying, what can I add that will make these just extra special? And this shimmer paper got the job done with these. I thought this stuff was beautiful. We do have shimmer paper in a variety of colors. This happens to be a different brand that I added to your kits, but we do have shimmer paper in a variety of colors at very reasonable prices in the store.
Somebody is asking, is Rainbow Miri in stock?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. You're out of Rainbow Miri. I believe it is, Betty. I will link it in the newsletter, and I will do a newsletter. In fact, let me just say, I've gotten lots of questions about newsletters today, because I've always been really good about, no, I don't know that I've been really good, but I tend to always do a newsletter with What's New Wednesday. With all the occasions going on in our life, I did not do a What's New Wednesday, and I did not do a newsletter for last Saturday's video. So if you're feeling an absence of newsletters, it might not be that you are missing them. It might be that I didn't send them. True confession time.
Is this the one?
Yes. Yes. Yeah, we do have Rainbow Miri, Betty, but Bryce just looked it up. We have it in the 8-sheet pack. I'm not sure what size you're looking for. We have a variety of sizes of it, though. So we definitely got you covered. Any more of the birth flower sets? I think we,
These were limited edition.
Yeah, they were limited edition, and I'm not sure. I'll look. Let me look and see what I have in Birth Flowers. Okay, I'll link that too. Okay, so I want a nice wide border around here. So this is 5 inches wide. I'm going to do, because I'm trying to fit another card on here, and because I want my bright red or my brick red shimmer to really show, I'm going to cut this to 4.5 wide. And I'm going to cut this to 6.5 long. That's going to give me a nice wide border, really showing off that beautiful shimmer paper. So I'll glue this because I can. And I left my glue bottle open again, bless my heart. So I'll get my pen, run it down there. I have a really bad habit of doing that. And now we're rolling again. Okay. And I'm going to put my cardstock on here. I'm gluing it on, so using my little fine needle nose glue bottle, I can kind of just squiggle it all over the place. Won't give me too much glue. And I'm going to pop this on, allowing a nice wide border all the way around.
I wanted to ask if we have pearlescent paper.
We do. That's what this shimmer paper is. I will also link shimmer for you. We actually have pearlescent paper in a couple types. We have pearlescent paper. We have a few pearlescent papers from Nouveau, but we also have the pearlescent papers that are called shimmer. Back in the days when we got them from hot off the press, they were called glimmer. Now we buy them directly from the manufacturer, and now we call them shimmer papers. But we have quite a few colors of shimmer, and it's under shimmer in the store.
I'll do the specialty.
Yep, that's where it is, and then it should be under shimmer.
Yeah, that's all right there. So I'll give them that link.
Okay. Looking for white pearl paper. I'm not sure how much white I have. I'll have to look. I'm not sure. Usually, Centura pearl. Try typing in your search button, honey, Centura, Centura, and see if we have some white that comes up. I'm not sure.
There's a frosted white.
We have a 50-piece pack of Centura pearl in frosted white. Open that up, honey, and let's give her the item number. It's 250 GSM, so nice and heavy. It is number CC-PC, as in Paul Charles, -F, as in Frank, and then white. You can put that in the search bar at the top of the store. Depends on what kind of a device you're using to access the store. On a PC, it's in a black bar at the top of your page, is the search. There we go. Boy, is that pretty. Take a look at this, guys. Look at the way those papers play together. Wowzer. I love, love, love the colors together. Isn't that pretty? Now we've taken that really dark card and we've turned it into something I think, pretty spectacular with the colors of paper we added to it. Beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put a liner in this one, and we have one card left to do. Can you believe it? Even after all those technical difficulties, now we are wrapping it up. These don't take any time to make because you don't have to do a lot of embellishment when you're using this wonderful Deco Large. When you're using these Deco Large kits, they just don't need a lot of extra embellishment because the layering carries the day just fine without a lot of added embellishment. So I've got my liner in there, got my pretty card. Now we got one left to do. We have a few pieces left that we're going to use. Let's pop these out of our way. We've got an A6 card left. We've got one piece of mirror board left. We've got one piece of liner left. We're going to use the heck out of this cardstock, this kit, I'll tell you. You know what? We even have, if we want to use it, look at that. Based on the size of the shimmer paper I sent you, we could get another red out of this. I'm going to do it. It's a little different than my sample card, but why not use up that shimmer too? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cover this card first with my, which one do I want closest though? Last time I did the red on the outside, and then let's see how we want to do this. Oh no, oh wait, let's see. Yeah, I definitely want my yellow to the inside. I think I want my red on the outside. Here. I'll put my red on the outside.
Comment from Michelle. She struggles with the search because it's hard to find. Can you share some tips?
Yes. Let me share some tips with you, Michelle. First of all, the search feature.
Screen.
Excuse me?
You want to share the screen? And
sure.
You can tell me.
The search feature is in different places depending on what kind of a device you're using. Bryce is on a PC, so he's going to show us the screen here. Here's our store screen. While we're doing this, all I'm doing is putting my shimmer paper on, and then we'll come back to it. Okay, so here is our store screen. And if you look right above the logo, you'll see a little magnifying glass. Right there is the search function. So let's click on the logo if you would, honey. And, well, that's right. Go ahead. Okay, now go back up there and type in CC-PF F white.
F white?
F white. Do not enter. If you take a look at what we just put in, that is the number I gave you a minute ago for that paper. I can't believe I was able to remember it, but I was. Right underneath that search bar, before you hit enter, you see it? It's coming up number 1 right there. And under that is another pearl paper. So sometimes don't get in a hurry and hit the return button, because once you hit the return button, it's going to give you lots of other choices. we can click on that right from here. Go back up to the frosted white and click that. And there you go. Now copy that number again, just so I don't have to read it all. Copy that. Now go back up to the search. Type in or put in that number again. This time, let's hit enter. Now it's going to bring up weirdness, right? Come down and go over there to where it says sort by, Bryce. You see it on the right-hand side of your screen. See where it says sort by? I want you to choose relevance. Choose relevance. It's going to reorder the results to what's the most relevant to the search you created. Otherwise, it starts looking for all those characters in all the listings, so it might bring up 300 things. But once you type relevance, it chooses the things that are the most relevant to the search you created. Sometimes you have to be careful what your search terms are, because a search term can create so many results. For example, if you put in the word cardstock in 2 words, do not enter yet. If you put in the word cardstock and we enter here, it's going to go out there and it's going to look for every single listing that has the word card in it. And out of 11,000 listings, I'm going to say 8,000 of them probably have the word card. So there's a couple ways we can do this. One way is you need to give it more detail. So if I wanted black cardstock, let's put in the word black. And one way I can do that is to take a look now at what's showing underneath. And there's a Crafter's Companion glitter card in black that comes up. So just taking a look at what's immediately beneath your search box can be one way. Another way can be to put quotation marks around your search criteria. Now enter. Go down and see it gives us all kinds of stuff again, because it's going to get anything that has any of those words, but choose relevance. And we may still end up with too many things, but at least we see black cardstock coming up, don't we? Slide back up the page, honey. Just not clear up, just up above these results. Here's another way. It's going to tell you all the categories it found something related to cardstock in. So you can click on any one of those categories. For example, you could go to, nope, over here. Did you mean the following categories instead? You could go over here and you could go to paper and specialty materials, cardstock, and click that. And it's going to bring up only cardstock results. So let's go back so I can see comments, because they may be asking questions and I can't see them. Does that help, guys? Try the words paper cutter in parentheses. Michelle Peters, I just searched and it came up. Great info. Thanks for helping us. This is Bryce's new toy. Okay, does that help some, guys? Try those things, and we can work some more on this over time. Do try that, honey. Go back in and try caterpillar, because they were having trouble finding that. Type the word caterpillar. Pillar. It's spelled wrong. Please still this tonight. Look right below the search bar there. Before you ever enter, There's the two Caterpillar models right below search. See it? And if you try paper cutter, you might have problems because they're called paper trimmers in the system. Okay? Okay, let's go back out. Okay, good. Okay, excellent. And we can talk more over time. You know, we are big enough to have 11,000 products and small enough to not be able to afford real sophisticated software. So we have to learn how to make our software work for us. That's the truth. The next step up is thousands of dollars a month, and we don't sell enough to support thousands of dollars a month in printer costs. So in website design. So we do our best with what we can afford. But there are definitely some little idiosyncrasies to making some of this work for you. Okay. I'm looking at this, and let's see what you guys think. I'm almost tempted to skip the Miri. I'm not sure the Miri adds enough, although it does add some. You guys tell me, use the Miri or skip the Miri. Here's with. Got that little edge. It's beautiful. It's in your kit. You can definitely use it. Or you could save that Miri for a different project. And you could go directly against the cards, that shimmer that we just used, which was also really pretty. What do you guys think? Use the Miri? Okay. Oh, without. Okay, I need a tiebreaker. I got to use it, and I got to use it. I would use it. Okay. I got 2-1. I'm going for it. All right. So my card is 4 1/8 wide. I'm going to go to 3 7/8 wide. I'm going to go from 5. Our card stock is, or excuse me, our card base is 5 7/8. I'm going to go to 5 5/8 on the Miri. Then I'm going to get my card stock out here, and I'm going to go to 3 3/8 wide for my card stock. All right, that seems narrow. Okay, 3 5/8 is what I used last time. So, yep, 3/8.
Say good night to Karen.
Good night, Karen. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, 5/8. So this is going to be 5 3/8. Let's see how these layer up. Oh, I did get a little narrow. That seems narrow. Don't know what I did wrong, but it's okay. Doesn't matter because it's going to look great anyway. I'm going to put some tape on here. And I'm going to put this on, center this on my card. And we're going to center this using our little tape flags. Now, I cut this, and it's a little narrower than I thought it was going to be. I have a couple choices, though. Look what I have. I have these borders, and we haven't used these borders for anything, so why not? Let's use a border. We're going to end up with a completely different card here, but we often do, don't we? I like it that way. Never get too predictable, I always say. Okay, and this says you are blooming lovely. I like that. So I'm going to put my cardstock here, and I'm going to put this border here to widen this back out a little bit, and I think that's going to look cool. Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, that looks great. Should have done it anyway, because it's great. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put some tape on here. And I'm going to go ahead and center this on three sides, the top, the bottom, and the right-hand side. And then I'm going to put that border on here before I put my, that was silly. I meant to do tape flags, and I just got excited and tore them off. And then I have to do it the old-fashioned way. Yikes!
Probably put your strokes back on.
I could. Or I could just toughen up and put it on there, which I did, and it looks fine. Okay, now I'm going to put this You Are Bloomin' Lovely strip right here down the side. I think I'll measure it off a little bit and trim it first, just to make my life a little bit easier. That looks good. I'm going to go ahead and put this border on. Thank you, Mary R. I can't always say I could do that. All right. I hope this doesn't end up too short, but it actually got a little bit of the edge in there. Trim that off. Oh, that looks good. I didn't get it quite. I was being thrifty. I could have gone a little lower, a little further out. Okay, I'm going to line up and make my margin even with the other two using that border strip to even things out. Now we're going to put these flowers on here. And I think it's even prettier than the original. What do you think? Here's the original, and here's our remake. This is the one we just did. This was the original sample. They're both pretty. I think I prefer the remake. What do you think? That's the diplomatic answer, Brenda. They are both pretty, though. Okay. And we've already, oops, I do have one little piece of liner left here. Now, what do I do when my liner's not quite wide enough? Well, if I have a border left over, I simply make it wider, right? So I was using a regular class kit today, so your red pearl paper will be just as long as mine. So you guys can do that too if you want to. Yeah. I'm going to put this little piece of border in here to make my liner a little wider. Hello, Annette. She's back. Okay. I'm going to go to 5 5/8 long. 5 5/8 long. And I'm just going to center this in here. Now this is going to be a little smaller because I'm using more, I'm inserting more cards than this was designed to do. It's designed to do one, and where you're doing 3. But I have this little piece of insert paper left, so why not? Why not? Just pop this in there. And then we'll use that border to make it wider. And it will be lovely. Lovely. Okay. What's that from? That's from Wouldn't that be lovely? That's from My Fair Lady. Yeah. Pop a little border on here, and it's going to be so pretty. Well, don't forget to tune in on Thursdays and now on Wednesdays also. Hang out with us, spend a few minutes. I promise not to take a lot of your time on Wednesdays, but it is a fun way to be able to interact and look at new stuff. So here's our newly inserted one using our scraps to finish up our insert. Okay, we are all done with today's cards. Let's recap and see what we've done in the last little bit. If you're watching and you're finding this useful, if you think it's a great idea to get 3 cards where Hunkydory tells us we'll get 1, so we get 6 cards where they tell us we get 2. If you think that's a great idea, please give us a thumbs up and say, yeah, I like these ideas. I think I could use some of that. Here's our cards we've done. This was a prior one. Let's see, that's a prior one. These are the ones we just did. And then we've got our pretty ones from before. We got this one, and this one that we did. So we've done all of these this afternoon. We used, wow, darn near everything. You're going to have enough purple cardstock for 1 A6 card. You covered up my comments, honey. And you've got some borders and a tag left for a different project. So you got those left over. And this was fun. This was fun. Let's take a look at what we have coming up. On Thursday, let's see, I got here in our stacks. This is next Saturday, I believe. Here it is. Thursday, we have the crosses coming up. These are just magnificent. I have to say, they are so very, very pretty. You got to get up close enough to see what we're doing with those borders and things here that are just really expanding the cards. This one we're doing that technique that ends up looking like etching on the mirror board. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Thank you, Mary, for sharing on Pinterest. This is your kit. Get them ordered. We'll get them right out to you. Then next Saturday, hello there. This one's called Bright something, warm and bright, what's it called?
Bright Florals.
Bright.
Flourishing Florals Bright.
Bright what? There's another word after that. Click on it.
Bright Wishes.
Bright Wishes. This one's called Bright Wishes. Okay, back. And we have two very distinctly different styles in this kit. Both are gorgeous. Now with this one, what I brought into this kit, and I'm really excited about, is I brought Red Miri in. Love the way that plays with this. Beautiful. And Susan, the cards from today, the tulip cards, the kit for today is called Spring and Fall. Spring to Fall. Just the tulips alone, do I know what they're called? Let me see if I can see anything that tells me what they're called. They're called Arranged for You. And then I also brought in, and I think this added a real sense of elegance to this one. This one kind of almost looked like a portrait to me. So I brought in some gold textured card that I think really added to this one as well, just adding to the sense of elegance. So these are dramatic and beautiful. And then we have some that are lighter and more whimsical, but also beautiful. And this is something Wishes. The little tag, you're the brightest of the bunch. And I also used the Red Miri behind these to give these a little bit more pop. So just adding that Red Miri really warmed these cards up. They were a little cool to me, but now they're bright and cheerful and gorgeous. So this is next Saturday. This is called Bright Wishes. The kits are ready, they're available, and we can fire them right out to you. Almost a sure thing, as long as you're in the U.S., that you get them for next week. U.S. Postal Service dependent on that, of course, but they're doing a better job again now. And then also, just for those who weren't here when we tuned in today, I want to talk very briefly about this. This is our Bowmaker class, which is now up and listed. The Bowmaker alone is $25. I know it's highway robbery. I don't set those prices. They're set by Embellishment Addict, but they're ridiculous. They're ridiculous for a piece of plastic, but nonetheless, it's a fabulous tool, and it costs $25. $24.95 in our store every day. But in our class, you are going to get between 20 and 25 pieces of ribbon, and you're going to get the components to build a card that we're going to do to demonstrate some of our techniques. And this little packet is full of little beads and bow pins, foam squares, another piece of ribbon, and some ribbon slides. And we're going to learn to use all of those things. And we're going to build a card making our kit out of that. So in total, you're getting all of this for $5. Really. I mean, if you buy this by itself, it's going to cost you $18. But you got $18 plus $24.95 plus all of this, and you're paying $30 for the kit. That's a good deal. So there we go. You got to get the Bowmakers. Got those Bowmakers over here. Good. Excellent. Tune in with us, Susan, and learn so much about using it. There aren't a whole lot of videos out there that do what we do, and we are going to take this so much further than what you've seen up to this point in time. So I'm really excited about joining you on the 20th to get this bow class, and you'll really want to tune in live and work with us. So that's what I got for you today. Do we have questions, comments, or pearls of wisdom? Anybody? You still awake out there? Okie dokie. In the absence of any questions, comments, or pearls of wisdom, I will say good night, Gracie.